Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining my session. My name is Bronislaw Tultschin. I am business lead at SAP EMEA. My part is I'm business development lead for the AppHaus team. We are the team of designers, design thinkers. We also have technology people. And our mission is to support our customer on digital transformation by focusing really on the users. And what we will talk today, and I would like to share with you our experience, what are most critical, important lessons we learn from our projects with the customers. Let me share with you some ideas and key takeaways. We talked today about digital transformation, right? Everybody's talking about this, but it's just a buzzword, right? It's basically all about people, because if we do this transformation, we need to think how we reduce the gap between this speed of transformation, speed of technology, and level of skills, level of how people can react to this change. And I would really love to share the very nice quote from Dr. George Westerman, who is senior lecturer at MIT Sloan at School of Management. He said, if you think about digital transformation, there are two words. We pay attention to the digital, but not enough to the transformation. It's not a technology challenge, it's a leadership one. Right? Very nice. So we need to talk about people. What matters? As you know, normally the project are initiated by business. Those guys need to think, what are the objectives we want to achieve? What are the challenges we would like to face? We need to solve. What are the business needs? So they are responsible to make sure that the project, the idea is viable. They talk to their IT department. There are IT people, architects, developers, or implementation partners. And they need to check if the idea what they have in their mind is really feasible, right? So how to make it happen, what are the tools, what are the nice features and functions. And often they just discuss, yeah, we would like to do something with artificial intelligence. We would build the chatbots. But sometimes what is missing, what is missing is why, right? Like Simon Sinek always asks, what is the why? But not only this, if companies, if organizations, IT and business implement the solution, develop the solution, and roll it out, what they often discover that people don't really use it, or they have really challenges to use it. Yeah, they really refuse to use it because they are more used to work with the tools they used before. What is wrong here? And often the answer is that we never had a chance to talk to end users. People forget to talk to end users. What are the human factors? What do they need? How they work today? What are their objectives? What are their pains and challenges? That's why very important combination of all those cycles, right? Viability, feasibility, and desirability is the key of the success. We need a right mix of people. We need to improve collaboration. We cannot work in silos anymore. We need to work together. Collaboration. And the process. We at SAP established design thinking as our key method to discover challenges, to discover, to identify potential for innovation, and to develop new, interesting, tangible solutions. Let me share with you design thinking as we apply it at SAP. There are two dimensions. So first of all, we need to understand the problem. Yeah. Uh, Often customers are talking about solutions already because they kind of developed it in their minds. But we don't know what is the challenge, what is the problem. And I observe often that not so many people can really explain, articulate what is their challenge. The thing is that on the table we have different stakeholders, right, from different LOBs, and they see the topics are differently. So we need to go on research. We diverge here. We need to gain different flavors, different understandings to understand. This is the rainbow of all the topics, all the challenges and pains. But somehow we need to go down. Let's say we need to converge and synthesize. Okay, what is really matters? What is really the challenge? And then we need to all agree. This is the topic. This is the point of view. This is the key challenge we would like to face and solve. And then this is the place where we start with the second diamond. Again, we diverge. We do go for quantity. We create ideas. We brainstorm. We do paper prototyping, sketching, gathering all the ideas. And for sure, we cannot implement everything, right? And then we need to go down again to solve the problem. Yeah. So by doing prototyping, we sort out all the things we don't think they will help us, right? So maybe something science fiction or not feasible. And then we need to converge, and then we come up to the real product we'd like to test with our end users, and go out and start development of minimal viable product. So this is about the process. And I would love to share with you what are the lessons learned we gain out of our variety of our projects. So customer collaboration is much important than contract negotiations. Create your relationship, build your relationship with the customers, collaborate with them, and then you will come to the very nice results. And remember, the individuals and interaction over the process and tools. Build empathy with your stakeholders, with your customers, with your end users to understand their needs, their expectation, their frustration, and their wishes. And the third topic is about iteration. You need to be able to go ahead 2 steps and get 1 step back. And iterate, improve and improve, validate what you have delivered to make sure you are on the right path. So in this design thinking, agile mode, you need to be able to respond to the changes, which is more important than the plan. And if you work with your customers, with your business stakeholders, it's always better to show them something working. If it's not really perfect, but let's say the clickable prototype, minimal viable prototype is always better just the comprehensive documentation. But let me go down and just discover some learnings regarding collaboration. First of all, you need to be ready to leave the comfort zone, to go out, to talk to the people. Not everybody in the organization are really open to really leave their offices and go on the workshop and express the ideas, the expectation with others. You need to be able, and to be assertive to ask your business people, your technical people, your end users to participate in the project, in this workshop. Why do you need it? You need to have the common view on challenge. You need to have all the people on the table from different corners to understand, do we share the same view? What needs to be done, right? So if you remember these two diamonds, we need to come to this, to the topic, to the place where we all share the common view. And then you need to achieve the same level of commitment that all them say, yes, this is exactly what we want to achieve. This is our goal. If I can just share with you very quickly, what are the tools and methods, how to do it. For sure, you see here the picture from previous time as we could really work on site. Now it's difficult to organize it, but hopefully we will get back to this mode. Yeah, but this is the tool customer journey map. Maybe many of you are familiar with it, but this is a very nice tool. I personally really love to use it because it's really visual. Yeah, you can go through all the steps in the process. You can use different layers on this customer journey, like mindset, steps, actions, touch points. And once you have this in the bigger room, and your customers, your business stakeholders, CIO, CEO, are attending this meeting, they all see the same picture and they can give you the feedback. Ask people to stand up. Don't let them asleep on the table looking at the nice PowerPoint slides. Yeah, and then people are more dynamic, are more creative, and they just discuss and sketch something. So just use different tools. You can see here people don't use the flip chart, but they really work in here in very dynamic mode. And leave comfort zone again. Go to the expert, visit them, even if you need to travel. So hopefully your project budget allows this. Yeah, but sometimes people are really avoiding to do it because it's effort to go and fly somewhere else. But the outcomes, the results out of those sessions, talking to people, are really magic. So again, and then you can bring the people together and build your journey map again. This is another example where we ask participants to put the red dots on those steps, on those areas they see more potential, or they would like really to invest time and budget to improve it. And this is about commitment. Yeah, if they all in the same room, yeah, they discuss and they decide together what to do. Not you, but your customer. So just to summarize, leave the comfort zone, create a common view on challenge, achieve same level of commitment. And the next topic, very important, empathy. Build empathy with your end users. Understand how they work. Yeah? Here's a picture of one of the project where we wanted to understand what is the real challenge, because the person expressed us that he needs to do a lot of manual exercise on the screen to select the product, which is differently sorted out as we have on the paper. So we really visited them in Brazil to see how they work. Yeah, and we could gain really all the insights. We will never do it on the phone. I really like this picture I took in the assembly at one car manufacturing in Germany. Our goal was to develop and to design and develop a mobile application, and the idea was to develop it on the iPad. But as we have seen this guy and ask him how we would like to execute your task on which device, he asked me, look at me, where should I put my iPad? And it was so clear for us, man, we need iPhone. It's a minimum what, or the maximum what he needs. So completely different insights what you get outside as we would do in the office, talking only to the business people. And look, what is the working environment here? So you see the people here in this example, who is running on the stadium with his laptop, really on the roof of the stadium. And involve the end users and in discussion, in ideation, and in sketching. It's visual, and they really love it because this is different from them just sitting in the office in the front of the screen, and they will give you really great feedback, and they have great ideas, and this is the best what you can get. Just to summarize again, observe your end user, how they work, understand what they need, don't ask what they want. You need to understand what they need and involve them in the ideation and design. Iteration. What you see here, this is, let's say, minimal viable prototype, but it works. So the question, failing faster, fail earlier. So what are the tools here? You can create storyboards, user stories, to visualize the whole process, visualize your ideas, and share with your stakeholders. And even executive level participants love such workshops because it's very visual, it's very creative, and they will give you feedback, they will create their ideas. And you can go deeper then with another team to build the prototypes. Here's another example, how we use paper prototype to visualize ideas. So basically from scratch to clickable prototype, this is the way. We name it, or many organizations name it, high fidelity prototype, where you use UI controls, which are very similar to the end product. It's depending on the skills you have, but sometimes it's even better to build such a prototype with even with no connection to the data on the back end, because the most important thing here is to visualize the idea, to visualize interaction, and test it with the end users. And consider there are different group of users, like we have here in this example, working with the customer service. We tested one application on the mini iPad with the service guy here walking the floor, shop floor, excuse me. He needs another device than the guy who is sitting in the office, who is facing the customers. We just check here what is the best device for you, mini iPad, iPhone, right? And they will test it and give you feedback. And this is really a magic outcome what you ever can gain. So just to summarize again, experiment, allow to be not perfect, make errors, validate again, improve. This is about iteration. Continuously do it and be agile and respond to the changes. Keep on plan, but be flexible. This is all about design thinking and agile development. So again, there are three major e-learnings or recommendation how to succeed in digital transformation today. Collaborate, invite all the stakeholders who are relevant, who can contribute, really, who can contribute to this project. Leave the comfort zone, create a common understanding, come on the challenge, and gain the commitment. Yeah. Empathy. Put people first. People first. Observe how they work, how they execute the tasks. Ask them what are their needs, challenges, what are their expectations, and involve them. Because only if they are involved, they will really give their commitment. They feel they are involved in the process, and there are your ambassadors. After you have delivered the project, You will have discussion with the management. Are we going live? What is the next step? Do we have budget? But you have your ambassadors, your end users, who will say, hey, we have seen what we want to get. Yeah, we have involved. We've been involved here. We put our input, and we want to have the solution. And iteration. Yeah, iterate, interact, experiment, validate, and enhance, and be agile. Fail earlier, fail faster, as Steve Jobs said. And the big challenge, how we will do now in the next years with all the changes, with all the let's say disruption what we have now experienced with COVID-19. Yeah, without having the possibilities to travel. We at SAP use the Mural, we used another tools, and we still continue to work very close with the customers using other tools and hoping that we can get again back to the customer and see in person and talk to them, because relationship, collaboration, empathy, iteration is most important thing. And I will be happy to answer your questions if you have. And thank you very much for your time. And we stay in touch. Thank you.